everybody, aloha, it's Magdalena, and I come today with a story of a lomi session that happened this morning and that touched me so deeply. And I thought to myself, and I felt that this story is too good to just live in my memory and in the memory of my client. So I want to come and I want to share it with you. And I believe, I know it, I have proof of it, that whenever we share a story, it's first and foremost for us so we can hear our stories. And this is so healing and so beautiful about any kind of story. And I'm sure that you experienced it, that something happened for you. And the moment you start to put it into words, the moment you share your story with somebody else, it just lands differently in you. It's like some magic happens when you can hear your own story. So I'm coming today with that story from this morning, first and foremost for myself, because I want to receive it. I want to be able to fully receive the magic of something that happened today. But I also know, I see it all the time, and I have proof that whenever we come with our stories and we share them in spaces where we belong, in spaces where we care and where people care about us, and I want to believe that this is such a space, then it always turns out that our stories are not just for us, that somebody else can see something through our story. They can experience something. They can sometimes heal something just by hearing the stories that we share. So I come with this story today also for you. I feel that this will be a beautiful, and hopefully that is my intention, that it will be an inspiring story for all the lomi practitioners here, and the healers and body workers, people who work with people. I hope that this will be an inspirational story for my clients or my future clients, and also just for everybody who is interested in this practice that I call living in love, living with open heart, because this will be the story of love, and this will be the story of care and how it makes a difference. So hello again, hello Instagram, all the people who are live and the people who are watching a replay. Hello to Facebook, because I think I will put a replay also on Facebook. And hello to people who listen to a podcast, because I have a feeling that I will take the audio from this live stream and put it in a podcast as well. So like I said, the story happened this morning during the lomi session with my client. But for you to be able to really understand the depth of it and what it meant for me, I need to take you a little bit further back. I need to give you a bigger picture. So some of you know that 2 years ago, I moved to an Icelandic countryside. And that changed everything in my life. But among all these things that changed, it also changed the way I work. So before that, I used to have like a very stable and regular massage practice, lomi practice, where I would receive clients pretty much every day, 5 days a week, or for 4 or 5 days a week. But when I moved here to the countryside, most of my clients stayed 200 kilometers away, and I really wanted to continue receiving them, continue having session with them. So what I was doing is that I was going every month for 3 to 5 days to Reykjavik, to the capital, and I was staying there for this couple of days, and I had something that I was calling a lomi marathon. I had 2 or 3 sessions a day for 3 to 5 days with all my regular clients, or most of my regular clients, and every now and then receiving somebody new. but mostly working with my regular clients, because this is something that I love the most. And this will be significant in the story that I want to share with you. And this system worked for me beautifully for over a year, almost a year and a half. Every month, I would pack my things, I would go, I would meet all my wonderful people, I would have the most beautiful, transformational, heart-opening lomi sessions, and then I would come back home and I would feel so filled up with everything that happened that it would literally take me a couple of days to just digest everything. Like each and every time when I was going for these lomi marathons, it felt to me like my DNA is being reprogrammed, like I'm being upgraded, like each and every time it felt like it just cracked me open for more love, more care, more depth of this practice, and understanding the depth of this practice. And it worked beautifully. And I loved it until a couple of months ago, 1 month, I did what I always did, packed my things, went to Reykjavik, and I suddenly felt like I don't want this anymore. I hate it. I don't want it. I don't want to work like this anymore. This is too much. This is too intense. This is not sustainable. I don't want it. And that was a difficult moment for me, because on one hand, I knew that I had to follow my intuition. I had to follow my feeling. Like at this moment, this is not what I want to do. That was the feeling. But of course, the logician in me, the logical part, the mind, this part of me that I lovingly call the little human, was of course scared. So how are you going to work? And da 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 da. But I was like, I know me, and I know the drill. And I know that when I have a feeling, when I have this feeling that I cannot explain, but I know it in my heart, then I just have to follow it, because only magic happens when I follow that feeling. So I shared it with my clients that I feel that I don't want to do it like this anymore. That at this moment when I was sharing it with them, I told them, like, I feel that this is not aligned with me anymore. This is not sustainable. I feel that I need to take a break and rethink, recalibrate, and find a different way. And the thing is that all of my clients, they were so supportive. Like I've been always saying that I have the best clients in the world, and I really, really do. And that makes me, I feel like I'm gonna cry. This will be one of these live streams. They were all so supportive, so extremely understanding, and all of them that I shared my decision with, they were like, of course, I understand. Just take your time, whatever you need. So I did. I took my time for the whole September and October and almost the whole time of November. It was clear to me that I'm not going for these Lomi marathons. This is not what I need right now. I need something completely different. But then in the middle of November, I started to feel like this very special feeling in my heart that I miss my people. It was this kind of feeling like, I miss my people. I didn't even think I miss my clients. It was just like, I miss my people. It's not even that I miss Lomi, because whenever I teach, and I had quite a lot of trainings recently, then I receive a lot of Lomi and I do a lot of Lomi, and I can massage my beloved, and I can have Lomi here where I live, and I massage people here from the local community. So it was not even that I missed Lomi, even though it's less Lomi in my life than it used to be. But it was this deep longing in my heart and this deep feeling of, I miss my people. They are important to me. And I took some time to really sort of like observe this feeling and observe myself in this. I was like, is it really this? or is it my, I don't know, like fear of my finances or something like this, which is like disguised in this nice spiritual woo blah blah stuff. And it got completely 100% clear to me that no, that it's about this, that it's about this love and care that I feel for the people who I call my clients. And so it happened that yesterday I went to Reykjavik, I went to town because I had to run some errands there, and I decided that I would stay with my friends for the night so I don't need to drive back home at night. It's about 2-hour drive. And then I realized, like, oh my God, I could have a lomi session. I could just have one session before I drive back home. The studio that I used to have sessions in Reykjavik was available at that time. So I just allowed myself to feel this, that yes, this feels good. This is what I want. And I saw the faces of all these wonderful people who are my regular clients. Some of them, they have been with me for a couple of years, 3-4 years, and I know them and they know me. Like, we've been through stuff together. They have seen me changing and I have seen them changing. And I saw all of these beautiful faces and all of these beautiful hearts. And I had this intuition to contact one of these people, one of my clients, and to let her know that, hey, I will be in Reykjavik on this and this day, and I would love to give one lomi session. Would you like to book it? I reached out to her, and she was so happy and so grateful. So we arranged a session that happened this morning. And she actually told me, when she arrived, she told me, you know, this offer from you, it came in a perfect timing. Like, I feel that I need it so much. And so we started talking, and I shared very openly with her that to me, it is really about the people. That is really about this connection that I feel with people. And the session that happened today and the story that I want to share with you, it's a story of a breakthrough. Like, in today's session, I allowed myself to have this breakthrough in my heart and to really feel like I never felt before, that I love these people, that they mean so much to me, that I love and I care. And to me, it is not about the massage. It has never been about the massage. The massage is beautiful and it happens, and I'm grateful that it happens. I'm grateful that I can help my clients when they are in pain. But the massage is sort of like a side effect, like one of my teachers used to always say. It's a byproduct. It's not the point. To me, the point has always been the connection, the way I can open my heart in this practice to the people who are important to me, and to really allow myself to feel that I love these people, that I care about them. And I really believe that this is what brings healing in sessions like this, not just in Lomi. It's not what I'm sharing. It's not just reserved to Lomi. It can be about any sort of practice. That there was a moment in my life, in my Lomi path, in my Lomi career, let's say it like this, when I really wanted to be like, kind of like super professional and a little bit like distant. And I very quickly realized that it doesn't work for me. I'm not saying that it doesn't work at all. I know that to some people it works beautifully and miraculously when they have very clear boundaries and they are very like strictly professional and sort of like distant. To me, it never worked. It never served me, and it never served my clients. And I know because I tried to have this heart that is like a little bit distant. And only when I allow myself to fully open my heart, like really just crack it open, and to see this person who is sitting next to me, and to feel with my whole heart that I care about her so much. I care about her well-being. I care about her heart. And at the same time, I allow my heart to be seen. Because I really believe that I can only see and touch, metaphorically and physically as well, I can only see and touch other people to the degree that I allow myself to be seen and touched by their presence. And my client, this morning, during that talk that we had before the massage, she shared something extraordinary. She told me that after I said that I needed some time, that she was even considering going for a session to another practitioner. And there are a bunch of beautiful practitioners in Reykjavik that I recommend. Some of them trained with me, some of them not. But there are many amazing people who offer fantastic sessions. And she told me that she was even thinking of booking a session with somebody else, but then she realized that this practice is actually so personal, that it's not just about a massage, but it is really about a person. And I felt so grateful when she said that, and I have goosebumps now, because that was a moment of breakthrough for me, when I fully, in a completely, in a way that it was embodied for me in a different way, I allowed myself to feel that something that has been obvious for me since the beginning when it comes to teaching. So when I started teaching Lomi, it was always clear to me that I want to teach people who want me as their teacher. So I would always tell my students, or everybody and anybody interested in learning Lomi, I would tell them, choose your teacher, not just a training. It's like hundreds of gazillions of different Lomi trainings all over the world, with like so many different approaches and price range and duration and all kinds of these things and types of certification and whatnot. So rather than trying to choose a particular training, choose your teacher. And this is not just about Lomi. I really believe that this is about anything. For me, I studied with different teachers on different trainings throughout these years. And to me, it was always about the person. I would feel the person, sometimes just reading one post on Instagram or Facebook, or watching one short video of this person massaging, and the feeling would be clear for me. I want to learn from that person. I want to be in the field of that person. I want to be able to be in the frequency of that person and to learn anything that this person has to offer, not just Lomi. And my approach was always like this with my teachers, and I was never wrong. So when I became a teacher, that has been also my approach, and I was very clear with that. Come to me only if you feel that I am your teacher, that you want to learn from me, because only then I will be able to transmit the frequency of this work, not just the dry techniques. Like anybody can learn the dry techniques, but it's not just about the techniques, but it's about the frequency that is under them. And this can only happen when there is love. When somebody wants to come to me because on a certain level they feel that they love me, and I want to share lomi with somebody and offer this practice, the frequency of this practice with somebody, because I feel that on a certain frequency I love them, I care about them. So in a field of training, this has always been so crystal clear to me, and it has worked wonderfully for all these years. Like, some people would come to me and they would ask about the training and they would never come back. And I was like, okay, that's perfect. These are not people for me. They will find a perfect teacher. If they really want to learn Lomi, they will find a perfect teacher. I want students who are perfect for me. But somehow with my clients, I was always a little like less shy, more shy, like less confident about this, until today. It really landed, like I have a feeling, like energetically, that I had it about here, this feeling that love and care in the session is so important. And today it sort of like landed like deeply in my belly. So I allowed myself to feel this, and I even shared it with my client today, that I am just so grateful that you are here. It's just so good to see you, and I'm so happy that we can have this together. It's something that I would often share with my clients, but today it was just coming from a heart that has been opened like never before. And the thing is that she could feel it. We can feel it, not on the frequency of the mind, but much deeper and in this much more subtle way. After the session, when she, when she was already dressed, and we were talking after the session how it was for her, she shared that session felt extra special. That she even said, like, all your sessions are great and they always give me so much and they open up so much in me, but that felt extra special. And it felt also extra special to me. And I believe that the reason why it felt so extra special was because I didn't put any sort of conditioning, like anything for the flow of love that was just happening there. Like, I felt my importance, the importance of my presence so deeply today. And I felt the importance of her presence so deeply, that I felt that in the moment when that magic was unfolding on the table, when I was massaging her, and I could feel the buzzing, I could feel the magic unfolding, that in that moment it was important that it was me and it was her, not just two random people who just met in that moment, but it was important that it was me and that it was her. And for me to be able to tap into this frequency and to share this frequency, this type of energy, this type of presence with my clients, I feel that two huge things happened in my life over the last year, let's say, like really solidifying over the last couple of months, and then the last 2 weeks was like the huge breakthrough of two things. One thing is the importance of the presence and what it really means, because it means so much more than these just these empty words that your presence is important or something like this. Like the words, they mean nothing. But the moment I allowed myself to really feel it and to start to really embody it, that my presence is important, that my presence is healing the way I am and how I want to be, what kind of presence I want to embody, what kind of presence I want to present, what kind of presence I want to be. When I allowed myself to really feel that and to tune into that frequency and what it really means for me, then a lot of things started to shift in my life. And then I started also to teach that more like in depth to my students. And next May, by the way, I will be having a retreat for Lomi practitioners in Poland. It's going to be in Polish, so this is an offer for you if you speak Polish. And the theme of that retreat for Lomi practitioners will be exactly this, that your presence is healing, and what it even means and how to embody it. So if you are interested, you can just send me a message and I will give you the details. So that was this first thing that started to shift for me profoundly, and yet at the same time in a very, very subtle way. What kind of presence I want to have with myself, starting with myself, with nature, with my beloved, with my parents, with my friends, with my clients, with my students, with strangers. What kind of frequency I want to hold for myself and for everybody else, because it's healing. It's healing for me and it's healing for the world. And the moment when I allowed myself to experiment with that, to feel that, to tap into that, to embody that, I feel that it also unlocked something for my clients, that they can feel not only my presence, but they can feel that their own presence is healing. The beauty of the practice that I do, and that I have this huge privilege of doing as my work and of teaching and sharing, the beauty of this practice and the healing in this practice comes not from the massage, even though the massage is beautiful and it's important and it is healing as well. But the way I feel it is that the healing comes because people during the Lomi Lomi sessions are able to feel themselves more. Like it's the hole. Like I see it somehow like a hole or like a hose, but let's see it like a hole. The hole through which consciousness is going through, it kind of like gets bigger in sessions like this. And this is also something that my client shared today after the session, that she was able to feel herself in a new way. And the consciousness expands, or like the consciousness doesn't expand, it just is, but this hole that the consciousness is being, we are able to experience ourselves, it gets bigger, it gets wider. Your field of experience, your field of being able to feel yourself, it gets bigger. And this is healing. What she experienced today was the healing of her own presence and what it means. So I'm giving this to you as a contemplation if you want to. Allow yourself to contemplate what it means. What would it mean for you to have a healing presence, to feel your own presence as healing, healing for yourself, healing for others, regardless if you are a practitioner of Lomi or any kind of other healing art or not at all. It has nothing to do with Lomi or not Lomi. What would it mean for you to feel that your presence is healing? Because it turned out that to me, it changed everything. That everything else is secondary. Everything else comes as a consequence of this, of allowing myself to feel the importance of my presence and holding this field for my clients and for my students, or for my online clients, people who come for mentorship or for sessions, holding this field for themselves so they can experience not my presence as healing, but their own presence as healing. And the second thing that I feel has changed for me so much, and I could feel it in this session this morning, is the way I feel my heart, the way I allow myself to open up my heart, the way I allow myself to experience my heart. If you've been with me for a while, then you know that this is the way how I want to live my life. This is also what I share here. This is also what I share on my trainings, how to live with open heart, what it even means, what it means in practice, how to feel it, how to open up your heart, and how to live with open heart. And it's something that I've been exploring and contemplating and practicing over especially the last 2 years since I moved in here. And I had a huge breakthrough last week. I was in Portugal. I was on a retreat, a very beautiful, profound, deep, life-changing retreat with lots of energy work. And I was able to feel myself there in a new way, and to feel my heart in a new way, and to really admit to myself the bigness of my heart, the greatness of my heart, the love that is in my heart, without trying to explain it, without trying to make it different, without trying to make it smaller, without trying to make it less. The moment you allow yourself to connect to the beauty and depth of your heart, and to really feel the endless love that is there, this is the moment of liberation. This is the moment of freedom. There was this one particular moment on that retreat when I really felt like my heart is just like opening up more and more and more and more. And I spent a few hours crying, just being moved to tears with how much I love to live, how much I love these like little ordinary things, having a glass of water or a cup of cacao, how much I just love my life in its simplicity, in its something that I call ordinary magic, and how I want life to touch me. This is the deal that I made with myself long time ago, and this is also when this famous saying of mine came to me in one of the meditations. I touch the world and I allow world to touch me. And I've spent years exploring that and contemplating and embodying that and what it really means. And one of the many things that I found out is that when I really allow myself to be touched by everything, even by these silly little things, like sometimes I get so moved and touched, and I feel so much love over, I don't know, a little butterfly that I see, or a little flower or something like this. And I made it my practice, my daily practice, to allow myself to be touched and moved, not to cage my heart, because there was a time in my life when I was like a little ashamed of that, I cry over everything, and I feel that everything touches me so deeply, and I feel so much, and maybe it's silly, or maybe it's unprofessional, or maybe it's childish. I had these thoughts, I had these opinions about myself, this judgment towards myself. Until very recently, I feel that that the breakthrough that happened for me was that I don't feel that it's silly or childish or unprofessional anymore, that I want to be like this. I want to feel what I felt today, that I love my client so much, that my heart is just cracking open for her and for myself and for life and for the beauty of that moment that we could share, like that I get to do this and to feel just so humbled and so touched by the very fact that I get to do this, that I can meet another person in something like this, to really allow this to crack me open. Over the last year, over the last couple of months, I've been working a lot with this code that I allow this to touch me and transform me. Whatever was happening, beautiful or extremely difficult, I would just really let this go straight into my heart. I allow this to touch me and transform me. I allow this to touch me and transform me. I allow this to crack me open. And I feel like I finally am allowing myself to feel that this is my medicine, that this huge heart that is so tender and so invincible at the same time, this huge heart that I have, and you have it as well, that this is medicine, to feel so much, to feel love for people, to feel that I care so much. I care about you. I feel you on the other side of this silly little phone, and I care about you. And I used to feel that maybe there is something wrong about it, that maybe I am over emotional, that maybe it shouldn't be like this, that maybe I should try to squeeze my heart into a little bit of a smaller box. But the last months, the last week, and this session this morning, it showed me that no, that it's exactly the opposite, that we need to let our hearts grow bigger and bigger and bigger until they are bigger than the world. And we need to care, that this is the medicine. I care about this world. I care about what happens. I care about you. I care about me. I care about my clients. I care about my students. I care about my friends so much, and about my family. And I feel it all. I feel so much, and I care. And I love so much. And I want to love even more. I want to love you more. I want to love me more. I want to love my life even more. I want to love my clients more, and my family, and my friends, and my work, and my students, and my cat. I want more. We need more. We need to uncage our hearts, to unleash our hearts. Like, I feel that I had been almost like holding my heart on a leash, that I would say and I would feel it and I would mean it, that I love and I care and I have a big heart, and that was always true. But it's this difference when you have a heart that is on a leash, versus when you have a heart and you allow your heart to be wild and free, like a wild horse, and love beyond measure and care so much that it makes a difference. It matters. It made a difference this morning for me. It made a difference for my client. And I feel liberated. That is the feeling that I have. I feel a new layer of being liberated in the ability to love and the ability to care. And I cannot wait to share it with my clients, to share it with my students and trainings, to share it with people online, to share it with you. I cannot wait to share it with my family, with my friends, with the world. And it feels good to be able to share this story and to anchor it in my body, to anchor it in a new way. So thank you so much for being here, for watching, for listening. I love us. I love that we get to do this together. It's also a huge discovery of mine that I can do so many things alone. I really can, and I think you can too. You are capable, and I am capable as well. But I really don't think that that's the point, to do things alone. Even if we can, I feel that it makes sense when we do this together, when we meet together, when we care about each other. It just makes so much more sense. So thank you for being here, for choosing to spend a moment of your life with me. It matters a lot and it means a lot. I love you dearly, and I'll see you soon. Aloha and bye-bye.